Hey guys, Matthias. First of all, thanks a lot for having us here. It's a pleasure being part of your community.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, from my side, I'm the CEO, founder, and main dev for Nitrodome. And my history is a bit. I worked like 15 years as IT business analyst, mainly in the logistics sector. Was responsible for SAP and coordinating between. The project management and the development department, and over the time I was like, hey, what these guys are doing is kind of interesting. So I dived into development, learned after my day job to bring myself to the next level, and learned like deep. In 2019, where COVID came up, I was sent home, and I was like bored, and then I started just doing some development. I developed my first iOS app. And played around and figured out how things are working, and it became like a passion for me. And at some point, I decided, no, I want to do this for a lifetime, just full time. And so I skipped my day job and made myself like kind of self-employed. And at this time, I also had some, connections within the crypto sphere and started working on some like early DeFi projects in 2020 as developer. And so my career began literally there. Um, so that's a bit of a background. How I became a Web3 developer. As I worked in several projects, the most issue projects having, like, they're building for a short term, right? They're building something and launch it, and 3 months later it's that. For me, it was like, no, I want to build something that is has legs, was made for the future for several years and not just for a momentum. And if you build something on these products, and you're always like sad because they're shutting down, and you put a lot of work into that as developer. And so yeah, that was where the point came where I was saying, I know I want to build something for my own, and it should have legs. And yeah, as I met Paul earlier these days, like 2020 as well, we decided to do something together. And so the idea of Nitrodome has been born literally in these days. But that's a bit of a background from my end. And by the way, I'm based in Europe, Austria, so I'm speaking German as well. So if I'm a bit unclear or too fast, just Matthias, like, push me a bit. I speak slower then.
No, I think I could understand you very well. Thank you so much, Gordon. Also, very interested in hearing your story, Paul.
Hi, yeah, thanks for inviting us, Matthias. This is quite an honor to work with your project and your team. I've been a software dev for a little over 35 years in the corporate world, Fortune 500 and others, doing a lot of database work, a lot of software development, and towards the end of my corporate career was doing a lot of architecture work, design work, building larger systems for speed and stability. In about 2017, I got into blockchain, and once I learned the rules of blockchain, I was able to realize it's just a big database, and it's all about speed and reliability. And it was quickly apparent that the issues in Web3 and software development is building architecture, building strong platforms, building stability. And that's a serious lacking point. And so I've spent a lot of time since then working with a lot of different projects as CTO, doing architecture, design work, structure to make sure that everything's built for future proof. And I met up with Gordon on a project we were working on. We were both brought in together separately, and quickly discovered that Gordon has the same type of mindset of building something that is built to last, can withstand the rigors of going forward in the future in blockchain and be scalable.